Wow, I did not expect that. That just broke my heart. Hey guys, welcome to my video. I'm Clinton Tudor from New Zealand, the One Apprentice candidate on the Apprentice One Championship Edition. I've just seen the first episode. Now, spoiler alert guys, if you haven't seen the first episode, there are gonna be some bombs in here. So I do suggest if you're gonna be watching this and you haven't seen the episode already, stop. Stop right now. Okay, for those of you that have seen the first episode, wow. We're doing the physical task and I'm in Team Valor. This physical task is designed to break you mentally, break you physically, and break you again. It's designed to really put the stress and the acid on to see who has the championship potential. Long story short, guys, our team won, and I couldn't be more proud of our team for achieving what we did, including Arena. And I want to give a special shout out to her right now because she did something that it was completely out of her comfort zone that she's never done before, flipping this huge tire over. What you don't see on camera, of course, is that she had a lot of doubts around being able to do this, but with the support of the team, she went for it and she achieved. So we've won and we're coming out of there on an absolute high. Everybody's feeling really good. Go Team Valor. Which brings us up to the business challenge. So Nirika Singh, Chatri's right hand, gives us the brief, right? Now this brief is focused on fans at home who can't attend the live fights, the live games, the live events for whatever reason. So we're tasked with this, at-home kit that we need to prepare to elevate the in-home experience. Now, fan engagement is something I do for my own company year in, year out, of which I've done for over 8 years. Communication, fan engagement. So we're given the task, we head back into our war rooms, and my team decides to nominate me for being the first project manager. This is something that I actually wasn't planning on doing at all. You see, I wanted to take time to get to know each of my candidates first on a more personal level and understand what their strengths and weaknesses are before I went ahead and put myself into a leadership position. However, we had got the positive energy from the physical task, winning that, and because of my experience in fan engagement. So I asked every single member of my team, I'll accept being a project manager if you have my back. And guess what? Everybody's like, yeah, we've got your back, Team Valor all the way. And fast forward to the boardroom and you all know what happened in there, right? So let me unpack that for you just a little bit. In the boardroom, Jess gets painted out to be the real leader. And when Chatri asks the team who feels that Jess was the real PM and not Clinton, everybody put their hand up. Wow, I did not expect that. That just broke my heart. It felt like 7 daggers in my back. It just really crippled me. I didn't expect that. I really did not expect that from my team. And it really hurt. Now, looking back on the episode and Chatri asks and everybody's hands are up, I look back and everybody quickly brings their hands down. I have no idea. Look, don't take me wrong. I think Jess is fantastic as a production manager at organizing, being interpersonal with the team, sticking to the timeline. 100% I'd hire in a heartbeat. But leadership is about more than that. In my mind, leadership is about vision. And in this particular task, that's exactly what was needed to bring that back to the fan engagement piece. And in my mind, I over-delivered on that. I really hit the benchmark. Now you can see throughout the episodes, I'm constantly bringing the team back to the task. Hey, what's in it for the fan? How do we elevate that experience? And looking at what we produced, I would buy that outright, 100%. I'd buy 2. It's so incredible. That product was just, it really elevated the fan experience. The leadership on this task was definitely about the vision. How do we bring that back to the fan and really elevate that experience? And in my mind, I did that. Now, I know as a creative and as a visionary, I can get a bit passionate. And that's the reason why halfway through, I asked Jess to join me as a production manager to keep the timelines moving along and keep those executions moving along while I maintained the vision and cohesively bringing the team to making sure we're delivering for the fan. In the boardroom, I'm criticized around not having abilities to communicate. However, when you look at the episode and on day 1, I'm like, I'm not sure about this box thing. But after listening to my team and hearing from Monica about the unboxing and about the there's a trend in Instagram and a trend on TikTok to unbox, and it's a very personal experience. And listening to Louis around, hey, why don't we turn the box into a belt and we actually get that signed by the athletes and it becomes a keepsake. I took that on board and I changed my mind. Isn't that the definition of communication? Isn't that, hey, I can listen to something, interpret it, and then change my mind, and then we go with that? How cool was our presentation, eh? Right from the moment of introducing and, bringing the food out and presenting it in front of Chatri and Nerika. And look, it was a great presentation, and it felt like a lot of energy, which is just, being like at the game or being like at the fights live. It was amazing. In hindsight, I did screw up a little bit. I did read from the phone, and I was presenting from there. I was actually just trying to learn my lines. And in hindsight, I probably should have just stepped back and allowing others to present that, right? I should have just given myself some more time. As I said in the boardroom, I thought I could get it, but I couldn't. And I should have realized that, and I should have stepped back. We live and learn, don't we, right? Like, we live and we learn. We make our mistakes and we learn from them and we grow from them. But overall, I was really happy with our presentation, and we left on a high. Like, we left knowing that we'd beaten Team Conquest. We left knowing that our presentation was better than theirs. And there's something that didn't come out in the boardroom around, something that our team had brokered, something that Show and something that Louis had brokered with our food vendors, and that's twice the protein for less money. That's twice the protein for less investment. And that's awesome. Thinking about our fans at home, making sure they get something that's nutritious and great value as well to really overwhelm them with experience. Yeah, so many great moments in that challenge and so much to celebrate with the team. And I know that certain things didn't get into the show, like twice the proteins and things like that. And I understand that. The nature of the show, they want to focus on the negative things and make drama out of it, right? Because that makes it interesting for you guys at home. Overall, I think we did an incredible job, and I think we really lived up to One Championship's high expectations and Chatri's high expectations. Chatri spent a lot of time talking to me in the boardroom, and there were some pretty big criticisms. I think he was just trying to understand the disconnect between myself and the team and really get to the bottom of it. And I took a lot on board from that. I really appreciated his time. However, he finished on a high, saying, look, I see I see seeds of greatness in you. I see a fierce competitor in you, and I want to see more from you. And I took that as a high. So, I'm excited to go into the next episode, episode 2, and I hope you guys will join me there as well as we explore the greatness within all of us and we try and live up to those expectations for One Championship. Who else was surprised by what happened in the boardroom? I know I was, and I've learned from it. So if you've got any questions, please reach out. I'm open to answering those questions. And Instagram, just hit me up in the DM. I'm over there at Clinton Tudor. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode, episode 2 of The Apprentice, One Championship Edition, not your grandfather's Apprentice, and that's a fact. You've all seen the episode 1. I'll see you guys in episode 2.